Hi. Somebody in my last video, they commented, I don't know, they asked me why I was this size. I don't know if they were calling me fat or whatever, but I responded that when I was a little baby girl, a witch put a spell on me that made me extra large until I found a specific potion. Let me address some things just in case. Um, hey, yeah, I'm not I don't work out. I'm a Libra. I don't work out. I am a stay-at-home mom. I have, mental illness and also issues. So I don't work out. I'm not very active. And I have a fallen Mars, and so I couldn't if I wanted to because it's like not consistent. It's like not consistent. Like I'm not consistent. Like anyways, so the reason why I'm fat is because I like to eat. Is that such a fucking crime? I'm just kidding. I actually haven't eaten correctly in the past week. Anyways, within the last couple of days that I've been gone, I slammed over 2,000 pages from a book series and I fucked myself up. Hi, welcome to my channel. Or welcome back. How are you guys doing? I am doing I don't know. I think it's a secret. I think it's a secret how I'm doing. No, but I am doing good. I think I'm doing good. I'm pretty certain that I'm doing good. Sorry, I just put like I'm all like fucking dewy because I had a face mask on. Oh, and then I got caught in the rain just now. I was in a thunderstorm. Oh god, Texas is getting hit with a lot of flooding right now, and it's really really sad. And now they're fighting over cloud seeding. Like like we haven't done this for centuries. Like I don't have books on gods from Ireland who did it. Like we couldn't control the weather. Okay, cool, whatever. I love when people make me feel crazy. Anyways, I'm not going to talk about that right now. It's just tragedy, things of that nature happening, and it is tragic, and there's a lot of things tied up in it that I don't want to talk about right now.
And it's not because I don't care, but it's literally because I will go off the fucking rails about everything all at once. I will go off the fucking rails. So I don't want to talk about it, not because I'm not sensitive to the subject or because I'm a dumb, evil bitch, because to protect my peace and y'all's peace, because I will rally the troops. Yeah, I just don't want to talk about it.
But what I do want to talk about is that I got some new clips. I have had these type of clips for many, many years. I love butterflies and I love crystals. Anyways, I love these types of shimmery things. Oh god, I love me a shimmer. Love me a rock. Love me a crystal. I love a tree. Okay. Anyways, I got some new ones. This is a new one. It's very shiny, right? And this is an older one. It's very dull and the shine is gone. Possibly with the like I rub it and stuff, sweat, salt, air, fire, wind, Captain Planet, he's our hero. Um so anyways, yeah, this one's not as shiny and hold up. Yeah, that's a huge difference. That's crazy. This one's like, yeah, way different. Anyways, we went to Barnes and Nobles. We went like an hour away to an actual town, and I remember what I was saying. We went to a town far away, and it was so nice, and I was so jealous. I'm just being real. Can I be real with you guys? Can I be honest with you? Can I not lie? Can I don't want to be a fucking fake YouTuber. I don't even want to be a YouTuber. It's like a video diary of fuckery. Anyways, I don't want to lie to you. I was so jealous and angry because they had like coffee shops on every corner, and they had an abundance of everything you could ever need. Multiple bookstores, multiple craft stores, multiple places to buy food, different kinds of cultures. All it was a melting pot, a cauldron of sorts, and a gumbo pot, if you will. And I was fucking angry. And I wasn't angry like at them, but I was. Let me not lie. Yeah, I was pissed and jealous. Because they had everything and I had to drive over an hour to get there, and we have nothing here. And perhaps it's purposeful with hurricanes and things, dangers. Ugh, there's dangers. Perhaps it's purposeful. Perhaps. I don't really know, but I there was like a line of jealousy, and then there was also like we went to Golden Corral and it was church. It was a Sunday, and the church crowd was blooming and booming, and there was a couple hundred people there, and it was all the people from like the gospel churches around, and I felt like I was home again. I felt like I was home because that's how I was like raised around that. And so I was like, I was able to overhear all these intricate conversations from these people that had all gone to church together. They knew each other for years, multiple generations of families and other families intertwining and intertangling. And there was peace and unity because they had just come from church. And so that smell was on them, just like ecstasy of like faith and love and unity and compassion and healing. It was like very healing to just overhear some of these conversations. But unfortunately, our waitress, she had a bunch like track marks from shooting up, and it like kind of brought me back to reality after like sitting in the ambiance of like all of these families coming from church. And like I said, they're like Southern gospel churches, and so it's different than like Southern Baptist church. Like there's a different scent in the air, and it was so much more pleasant and real and real. And nobody was like trying to fuck each other over or fuck each other or backstab each other. It was just like real, straight up unity, honor. And it was just so different than what we have here. And here we have a church on every corner, but they're all vile and disgusting and heinous and whatever. So, whatever. But yeah, it was just so nice to sit amongst them, just to be a stranger in a crowd of people who knew each other and just enjoy my food while also just I felt so safe and I felt so protected and happy. And they were all radiating that like protection, family, unity, laughter. It was just so I missed that. I've been missing that for many, many years. And I wanted to cry, I guess, a little bit, but I was also when I left and I saw the abundance of everything that the town had to offer, including multiple bookstores, which I'm crazy. I'm a crackhead for books. I have piles and piles. I have a pile right here of books. I have piles and piles of books all over my house, and most of them on fairies and dead things and vampires and stories and voodoo witchcraft, hoodoo, all kinds of stories and books. Um, aliens, extraterrestrial, whatever, everything, anything and nothing. Um, then I was so jealous. I was like, you guys don't even want for anything. You don't long for anything. You just have instant access to whatever you need, including healthcare. Um, and it hurt. I guess it hurt. And I mean, there was multiple card shops. There was a Lego store. There was like everything. And I was like, you don't even know what it feels like to drive an hour away to access books. Like I have to, or I have to go online and like order them off the internet, which is fine, but there's nothing like spending. We spent all day inside Barnes and Nobles and Half Price Books, and we just went through everything. And the kids did too, and I like let them out of my sight and I let them free for a moment. And because we were about an hour away, there were still they said local interest books, and they had books about things that happen here where I live right now. And I heard people. I don't know if they were like two guys that met up on Grinder and one was down low or something, but there are some men in a I was eavesdropping. Fucking, oh, are you gonna fight me? I was eavesdropping and they were loud. And so, but they were quiet. Like there was like a loud hush. What the fuck is that? Do you not know how to whisper? Like you're just yelling quietly. What are you doing? Anyway, so I heard everything they said. So I was like, okay. So I was like, they were talking about the city where I live and or the city near where I live. And I was like, why the fuck are you talking to this guy about our shitty ass trench slop in the mud? Like, why the fuck are you trying to bring the city boy down to the fucking pits of hell. Let the boy be free. And he was talking about the place like it was good. And I couldn't figure out, like I said, if it was like two guys that met up on Grindr and like one of them was down low, or if it was a Ponzi scheme. I couldn't figure out what was going on. I was like, either way, it sounds like you're trying to scam this guy into getting to where we live, and he's gonna get abandoned, and he's gonna want to just no, that wasn't fair. That was wrong. And but yeah, I was eavesdropping. And then an older man, he looked like he had like a Hawaiian shirt on, silver hair cut in a certain way, these big like glasses, slacks, and a belt, and the Hawaiian shirt was tucked into the belt. He was like maybe 75 years old. You know what I mean? Someone called him, and he was also talking about a town adjacent to our town. And I was like, I drove an hour away to get out of this fucking slummy ass shit hole. And I am surrounded by people who won't stop talking about what I'm trying to disassociate from. So I was so mad. I was like, shut the fuck up. No, I'm kidding. I walked up to the old man and I was like, get off your fucking phone and stop talking about where we live. And he doesn't know who I am. And I'm like, I know I'm kidding, but yeah. I was just like, ew, gross, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to not remember that I had to drive an hour away to get some peace, and you guys are ruining it. You're ruining it. And so I was just like, ugh. But anyways, we got a couple of books. I didn't get this one, but I'd like to show you. I think his name is Eddie Linehan. I love him. He's a storyteller. I watch all of his videos on YouTube. And this one's called Meeting the Other Crowd, The Fairy Stories of Hidden Ireland. This is a good one. This is really good. I love a good story, and I love him so much. I can just find him. Give him a little kiss. I love Eddie. He's so fucking cool. A lot of stuff on YouTube. A lot of great stuff. There's another man. I forgot his name. I know how he sounds, and I'm not gonna repeat how he sounds. I have this thing where I can, if I hear a sound, I can repeat it like a parrot. I can parrot sounds that I hear. Anyways, we did get this book. It's really pretty. The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. Slut. Slut. Anyways, it feels really good. This one was $15. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. They had a lot of classics like Scarlet Letter, Dracula, Frankenstein, Alice in Wonderland, and they were all done like this, like very, very pretty. And I don't know, I just like the details, but they feel so good. They feel like very strange. Um, it's really nice. It's really nice and really pretty. My husband wanted to get this to read it. I also got they had like a $12 book thing. So I got Irish folk and fairy tales, and this one's I don't know, they're just look at him. Look at him go. Aren't they beautiful? Yeah. Anyways, then I got Scottish folk and fairy tales as well because I've just been knee deep in like Scottish and Irish fairy tales and folk tales, and yeah. Yep. And yeah, that's fun. So this one, it says it was supposed to be $35, but it was on the $12 book thing, so it was $24 for both of those, $15 for the other one, and then I did get a night court version of Court of Thorns and Roses. It's raining again. Yeah, that was fun. That was nice. And I think we'll go back sometime either Wednesday or Friday to go get more books. Yeah, it's absolutely a non-negotiable one. Going to bookstores. Sorry, my husband just texted me. Yeah, I went to Kroger's today. It's raining really bad, and I was in knee-high cowboy boots, black knee-high cowboy boots. Okay, I busted my ass. And so if you saw me bust my ass, no, you didn't. Shut the fuck up. Stop lying. If you saw me bust my ass at Kroger's, you fucking didn't. No, but I had to go get cat food. The cats were out of food, and I had fed the dogs like a mixture of leftovers and like naan bread, and because I was just like letting them hold them over until I like ventured out. But then the sky turned like dark gray and like gunmetal gray, and I was like, oh, it's here because I've been feeling it for the past couple of days. I felt it in my bones, the storm coming, but I forget that I could do that, and like a lot of people can do that. When a storm comes in, you feel the pain within you, and that's like kind of cool. I don't know, it's kind of cool. You could sense a storm within your marrow, and if you've had injuries and stuff like that, it's very typical for people who have injuries to be able to sense when storms are going to hit. And the way it felt like the way how bad the pressure was, I could feel the shift, and so I was like, oh god, it's not going to be a very good storm. My husband was checking on me. He was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." But I did almost snap my ankle. Thank God those cowboy boots were knee high. But yeah, I actually the heel's too big on them. They're not. They were supposed to be like work boots, but they're definitely not work boots. They're like dancing boots. But I don't go dancing, so I don't use them for dancing. I use them for literally working around the house. And when I went to buy them, the lady was like, "Oh, you're not going to want to do that in these." And I told her, "Madame, if I may. I'm going to use whatever shoes I can to do the jobs I need to get done because I don't really give a fuck. And like I have very expensive boots and stuff like that, and I have to do house chores and I like wearing my nice things and I don't know how to like bridge the gap between Sunday clothes and like literally being covered in bird feathers and mess and dirt from the outside. I don't know. Okay, so there's that. Anyways, yeah, so slammed 2,000 pages, and now I do realize that I feel alive. Sorry, I just I got soaked in the rain, and that's what I look like. Um, so, anyways, it is a non-negotiable for me to read. I have to read because I will feel like I'm dying if I don't read, or if I'm not surrounded by books, or I'm not getting a new book or something. I do feel like I'm dying. I feel like I'm suffocating. Like I feel I feel stupid, ignorant, and I hate that. I really hate that. I hate feeling ignorant. I hate feeling stupid. And I hate ignorant people. And it's not that I physically hate them, it's that I physically hate them. Just kidding. No, it's because I'm ignorant too to some things. You know what I mean? But I was trying to explain to my husband because some of his relatives think that like the rapture's gonna come and that blah 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 all this shit. And I was like, listen, that's stupid. It's like I'm so listen, I know I'm self-aware. I'm self-aware of what kind of person I am. I'm a bitch. I'm a bitch and I'm absolutely self-aware of that. And so the thing is people will tell me something about like the rapture and then I'll be like, "Oh, you're fucking stupid. That's dumb. That's not going to happen." Anyways, I get a story about a lady who was accidentally kidnapped by the Fae and she had to breastfeed one of the children and then she had to try to go back to her husband and like I'm like, "Yeah, rapture's fucking fake and fucking lame." Anyways, let me turn you onto a fairy tale. Yeah, I'm shameless like that. I don't give a fuck. I don't believe that shit. I don't give a fuck. I hate the one type of like folk tales I hate are the ones that Christians make up. But I listen to them because I collect stories. I listen to them because it's important to understand your enemy. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, but you know what I mean? Like it's they're not enemies. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's important to understand the worldview of people that you live amongst. And the truth is, I live amongst these people, and yeah, it's bizarre to me how people will kill each other. Like you guys all have the same Abrahamic God. What the fuck is this, girl? I'm not even gonna get into that right now. We're gonna leave that. You guys all have like the same Abrahamic God, like the same one, and you guys are like, let's kill each other over that. And I'm like, fuck me though, right? Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Why? What? Anyways, whatever. None of my business. It truly is none of my business. But yeah, I love a good fairy tale. I love a good fairy tale. I also got a bunch of Brian Froud books in a bunch of them. One second. I had to get my basket. I have a basket. Okay, I have a basket of books. Okay, so I got Good Fairies, Bad Fairies. This one, this one's really cool because Good Fairies, it's like this, and then you have to flip it up for the Bad Fairies. And a lot of the pictures inside the books are like double pictures, like double pictures. Like so, whether you have the book like this or like that, there's a face within them, and it's really cool. I love that book so much. And then we got How to See Fairies, and this is like for my son. He's really into this as well, and it's just so cute, you know. Um, and then I got this one, and it was the sorry, Sell Your Books with World of Books, whatever. The Fairies Oracle. This is the it's not the Oracle, but it's like the guidebook for the Fairy Oracle. I thought that I was purchasing the actual Fairy Oracle, and it looks like they ripped a page out of the front, which is interesting because I was watching an interview with him, his wife, and I think his name's Alan Lee. Is that his name? I don't know. Anyways, him, his wife, and Alan Lee, the person who illustrated Lord of the Rings, they like all live together. Anyways, and like I went on a whole Brian Froud kick and like love it, love it, appreciate it, appreciate you. And then I watched Dark Crystal, and well, like it was like Dark Crystal, and then Brian Froud, and then like all this other stuff, and I was just really excited, and to see like Brian and Wendy talk about certain things, um, and then I was buying up like every fairy book that I could get my hands on, my grubby little fucking hands on. And that's what I've been doing the last couple of weeks. I don't think I've told you guys that, but I have. And I did. I've been on eBay too. Mm, oh, and then yesterday I got fairies, and I think that's the one. I think his name is Alan Lee. I'll put his real name right here. If it's Alan Lee, I'll put Alan Lee, whatever. Brian Frouden, him. He did like the illustration for Lord of the Rings. Which I'm so sorry for anybody who loves Lord of the Rings. Like, yeah, cool. Yeah, me too. No, not really. But look, here's why. When I was like 12 years old, no, no, I think I was like 10 or 11. My uncle was like knee deep in this, like knee deep in Lord of the Rings. He was like knee deep in Predator and Alien and all this stuff. And he used to collect, like he was a collector. He used to collect magazines and how do you say, like figurines and comic books and all kinds of stuff, movies, videos, stuff like that. Physical media collector. Okay, and he did not know how to take care of kids because what he did was he forced me to sit down. I was only allowed to get up to go pee to watch. Like I was like waterboarded with like all of the Lord of the Rings, like every fucking Lord of the Ring piece of media. Okay, waterboarded. And so it put it off in my mind because I stayed there. Like I wasn't allowed to get up unless I had to go pee or like there was a food already made for me. And I didn't want to eat that food. So I had to sit and watch the TV. And he was like, there's going to be a test at the end, kind of shit. I fucking was falling asleep. He was like, wake up, watch it. And I was just like, I was so tired and exhausted at the end of it. I had no fucking clue what was going on. I had no fucking clue. And so, like, I am not very into, like, there's a lot of bitches online. Love you guys. I'm just saying bitches fondly. I that do love Lord of the Rings, and there's nothing wrong with it, but it fucked me up, guys. It just fucked me up so bad from it. And like, there's lots of girls that are like, oh, I'm so hobbity and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's so cool that you're allowed to embrace it, where I view it as my fucking mortal enemy. Not really, but do you understand? I was like traumatized with Lord of the Rings at a young age. It's traumatized by many things, but that was one of the things that it was like nauseating. I wasn't allowed to look away from the TV, like MK Ultra style. My uncle made me watch everything, and he was like, "And that's that, and that's that," and like the whole time he was like narrating what was going on, and I was just like, and he was like, "Wake up!" And I was like, when my mom came to get me, I ran for her and hugged her, and I've never done that before. I never did that before, but anyways, so yeah, I think like Alan Lee and Brian Froud, they have like a lot of very similar things, but they did that fairy book together. I think that's whatever. They did that fairy book together, and there are stories in there that are kind of very important for me to read because they tie into the other stories that I'm reading right now. And I was like, oh my gosh, like it made me cry because I was like, everything is so intertied and interconnected with each other, and it's so beautiful. And for so long, I was sitting in like such darkness, feeling like nothing was tied together. I was sitting in a void of like infinity and fucking aggravation. You know what I mean? Like I was just sitting in a void and I didn't have like that spark of life for a while, and now I do. And I slammed over 2,000 pages. And someone could argue, and it's okay to argue. Girl, you're going through mania, and that's fine. And that's fine. But the truth is that I'm just hungry again. I'm hungry for life. I'm hungry for books. I'm hungry to have something here. I want to open up a shop here. That's honestly what I'd like to do. But I had an experience many years ago, and I was forced to go underneath this kind of like vision journey. And let me just trauma dump on you. So I worked at a place, and they kind of forced me to test out one of the healers that was coming in to heal people, and he had a certain modality of healing that they forced me to do. They forced me to do, and so basically, I was like kind of held there, and I had to go through some stuff I didn't want to. I didn't want to. And that yeah. Okay, just buckle up. Just buckle up. I'm just gonna trauma dump. So anyways, I was forced to go underneath like basically a spirit journey. It's kind of like they forced me to do it, and it was hard because I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it at all. And then they wanted me to report what I saw after. I was forced to do this thing. And it hurt because these people were supposed to protect me, and instead they were feeding me to a lion. And it was horrible. It was so sad and manipulative, and fuck them. And I swear to God, if I ever see them again, I'm gonna take their eyes and eat them myself. And so yeah, I was forced to go underneath this like whole thing, and I'm not gonna go into details, but basically I was forced into a different state of reality. And then they wanted me to report back what I saw. And what I saw was for me, it wasn't for them, but they were trying to use other human beings for their bullshit, right? Whatever the fuck their agenda was, which I don't really know because fuck them. But it was a message for me specifically. And it was really important. And I remember that. And I am grateful, but at the same time, it was very confusing. Very confusing. I had this happened like 6 years ago or something like that. But yeah, it was extraordinarily confusing. And maybe 5 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago, this happened. It was extraordinarily confusing. And, but I'm so sorry. The message was for me, and the message had something to do with books. And so I was like, at that time I worked at a bookstore, so I was like, yeah, no shit, I sell books. Like, this is nothing. What the fuck ever. You're just a charlatan. You're an asshole. Fuck you. I can't believe y'all forced me to do this. I can't believe you guys told me that I like it was my thing, and y'all put all this pressure. Like, I was so betrayed and angry and mad and frustrated. And honestly, it was just a revelation moment. I should have took more seriously about the quality of character of the people that surrounded me, but I was naive, and I was in love with the idea of having a mission with life, and a vision and purpose. And so I fucked myself over, and I forgive myself, but sometimes you still look down at scars and you go like, "What the fuck? Was it even worth it?" It's just very difficult. Anyways, that's my own shit to bear. But yeah, they forced me to do something, and it was very scary because I didn't want to. They're just mean. Fuck them. They're mean. You should never force another human being to submit to some spiritual journey so you can rape their information. You're a piece of shit, and I hope you get a flat tire. Anyways, yeah. But anyways, I got a message from that. I did go on a vision journey, and I did see things, and things were told to me and revealed to me, and it was mine. It wasn't theirs, fucking assholes. But whatever. People are fucking losers. So what do you expect people to do when they have power? Use it wisely? That's cute. Have you read a book? Have you read any stories? Anybody with power literally shoves it up their ass and then just annihilates people. Like, they're horrible. Give me a little bit of power. I'll show you. No, I think that I would be a much better person if I had any kind of power. And I knew it. And I knew it. Not just like it was hidden from me, but I knew it. Anyways, so um yeah. First thing I would do is start taking people's ears. Like, if they had wronged a mass amount of people, they wouldn't have ears, and make sure the ears didn't grow back. They could get ears. Um, and then people would know. People would know. They'd be like, oh, they don't have ears. Oh my God, they must have been horrible. And then I would take noses and eyelids and let them live. But I would take vital parts of human expression from them. Because if you're not going to act like a human, you don't get to have human qualities. Do not give me power. Do not give me power because I will wield it. Ah, do not. Um, yeah. So, anyways, that being said, this is like hypothetically. Hypothetically, if I sit on like a throne and like I have my little pink bow and I'm just like this little cute little hamster, I'm a little hamster on a throne, and people are just and I'm like hamster, with a little cute pink bow. Anyway, so Brian Froud, really cool stuff. I love Wendy too. She's really beautiful. Like, Wendy Froud. Excuse me. Like, and here's the thing. Somebody, I don't know if that person was trying to be rude. The person who left a comment who was like, "Why are you that size? Why are you gay? Like, why are you that size?" I was like, "Did you just call me fat?" Because yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm curved. I'm very I have indigenous Mexican blood. I am fucking curvy. You've ever seen a picture of an Aztec man? They got an ass. Bro, I've got an ass. Okay, I am very voluptuous. Venus, ever heard of her? She's not a stick, honey. I'm gonna tell you that much. Um, hi. Anyways, yeah, I can't rid those qualities of myself. I'm very voluptuous, and I've always been kind of circular. And so I was like, oh, which buttercream to me like extra large? And who gives a fuck? Like, whatever. I feel like Jack Black in School of Rock. He's like, I fucking like to eat. Is that such a crime? But like I said, I haven't been eating. And so yeah, I've been in some kind of mania, whatever. I like it. I like being in mania. So there's that. But yeah, that was funny. Reminded me of like, why are you gay? Like, why did you just ask why I was fat? What the fuck? But yeah, Wendy Froud. Wendy Froud is beautiful. And I think that's what I wanted to get into. That people come in all shapes and sizes. Creatures are all shapes and sizes. I mean, they're all beautiful in their own way. And yeah, I don't think that I'm so tired of people like putting number one, I'm so tired of like the gothic aesthetic, even though I love it, adore it, and I'm like all wrapped up in it. I'm so frustrated with everyone. You have to be anemic and deathly thin and almost childlike and also fuckable. And that is the package. And people will drop to their knees and fucking die for and stand and die on the hill of that gothic people deserve to be fetishized for whatever because they shopped at sex stores to buy lingerie to shock people. So they deserve to be marginalized and then also fucked into oblivion. Like, if that is your stance on life, congratulations. I don't like you. Congratulations. If you are sitting there and you're like I understand there's many different roads and ways of this, but what I'm saying is that as somebody who doesn't give a fuck about anything like that, sexually. Like, I just don't give a fuck about humans constantly fucking everything. I just don't give a fuck. It's so boring and annoying and bland and pathetic to me. I'm just so over that because it's just like everything on planet Earth fucks and reproduces. I get it. Everything's duplicating all the time or mimicking that in some way, shape, or form to produce a chemical within the body. I understand that. I'm not stupid. But it causes a lot of issues within people and it causes a lot of pain within bloodlines. And what the fuck is the point? Okay, you're gonna chase your dick all day? And wow, who gives a fuck? Like, there's just so much more to life. And maybe there's not. Maybe I'm on the wrong side of it. Maybe I'm on the wrong side of history when I say things like, I don't give a fuck about reproduction. Because I don't want it. I don't just don't I don't no, no thank you. No thank you. No thank you. No thank you. It's so gross to me. And that's who I am. That's me. And if you like it, whatever. You guys are out there fucking everyone, that's cool. I'm not judging you. I won't be. And you're not gonna shame me for not doing so. It's stupid. It's so crazy. It's just such an interesting thing. People will literally shame me. They'll be like, "Oh, you're fucking stupid and wrong," because gothic people love getting fucked. And I'm like, did Pornhub tell you that? Is that where you're getting your sources? What did Wikipedia? Like, what are you talking about? Have you ever talked to anybody? Oh no, you've talked to people online. Okay, cool. That's great. No, that's fine. No, fuck me. Oh, whatever. It's cool. Like, if you want to fetishize something, that's fine. Don't do it to me. And if you like being fetishized, that's cool too. I don't. And I'll fucking fight on that hill. How about that? Yeah, it's really annoying. And it's just aggravating because it's like you want to talk to people and all they think about is like what they want from you. And it's like, actually, I want you 500 feet that way. And I swear to God, if I could pick you up and throw you that way, I would because I want you the fuck out of my face. It's just a waste of time talking to people who only want to fuck you. Like trying to have a real human interaction with people and they're just like constantly like, I want to possess you. You are my grow a pair, grow up, put on your big boy pants, go fucking do something, go fuck off, loser. Like, what is your problem? And I'm sorry, I'm getting mad. Yeah, it's just very, very aggravating. Yeah. But yeah, and then also people who are like very extra large or larger, Plus size people are always sexualized all the fucking time because they have curves, and curves equals they want it. They're asking for it. Look at how they're formed. If looks could kill, I would look at you. I would look at you. I would look at you. But yeah, whatever. And like I have friends who are totally about it. They love being fawned over and worshipped, and also they love going out and fucking and stuff like that. I have friends like that, and then like, cool, that's them. It's fine. But they've never, like, people in person. It's the internet always leaves me flabbergasted because in person people will never have the fucking gall to say that to my face because I'll fucking I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Like in person, it's different. And well, the truth is that like the also guys are just so it's just aggravating. It's very aggravating. It makes me mad because like I spent a majority of my life people trying to like catch me and put them in their pockets or something. And I'm like, all I wanted was a nice conversation. And like, hey, what's up? Cool. What do you think of that? And it's always been like some ulterior motive, like some fucking trap with leaves over it so you could just fall into. And it's like, dude, grow the fuck up. You're gonna spend your whole life doing this? And like maybe that's what maybe they're hunters. Maybe they hunt people. I don't know. None of my business. But yeah, whatever. Whatever. Anyways, okay, in rant on that. Like I hate when people fetishize subcultures that it doesn't automatically equal that everybody within that subculture is the same way. It's crazy. Um yeah, whatever. And yeah, whatever. I don't know. And if you hate me for that, cool. I don't really give a fuck. Um Also I hate whenever like plus size people are fetishized. It's just weird. I just hate when people do that. It just freaks me the fuck out. Like I'm a person too. I'm a car too. But you know what I mean? Like I'm a person too, like with a whole life, a whole completely different life, and people just don't understand that because they're too busy thinking with their fucking ass or something. I don't know. Google, can your head really get lodged in your ass? Like you know what I mean? Anyways, so let's just get out of that. I'm sorry. And rant on that. This is just a fucking sideways rant. Probably shouldn't have said anything because I triggered myself. Anyways, I triggered myself into being a bitch again. Anyways, yeah, I am a bitch. But I still have tons of trees to plant, and I have to go plant them. But a storm's here, and so I can't plant them during the storm. The ground will be wet enough to rip up, though, rip up that base layer of earth, and plant the trees where I want them. And then within 2 years, they'll be towering over my house, and that'll be fun. That'll be exciting. That'll be a lot of fun. Something very interesting happened the other day. Sorry, I'm just kind of like dumping everything into one video. So I got tons of new books. I've been reading tons of new books. I really want to open my own shop here one day, but the people here are so ignorant. I don't think that'll go well because they have like town hall, and there's a specific kind of let's see, they have their nasty fucking curled toe talons in the lifeline blood of the town where I would have a shop. Their nasty toes are curled so tightly into everybody's business. I don't want to rub elbows with other business owners because I personally don't like them. Maybe that's it. I don't like their values. I don't like their morals. I don't fuck everybody I meet. I don't think I would fit in very well. And so I feel a sense of threat, and also not threat as in like, oh, they're going to hurt me, but threat as in like, I will have to lay down boundaries. And that is something that's so exhausting to do with people. Um, all the time, especially whenever they're so lax. And because all of these very old families are like tied together in some rich bitch way, it's scary to me because I don't understand that dynamic. I do from the outside. I see it. I've seen it before. It's just I have the balls, the cojones to kind of like stand in my own and open up my own shop so that way we have something here? And do I have the cojones? Is it worth fighting town hall, city hall to open up a place like that? Because I know I'm going to be segregated. They're going to talk shit about me. They're going to preach about me at churches. they're going to show up in mobs at my place to put holy water on the place. They've done it before. They've harassed businesses. Do I have that within? I do. I do have it, but is it worth it? Is this going to war for this? Is that worth it? Is it worth it here, or should I save that dream for another place to bloom? And and is that dream just fucking delusional to want to open up a used bookstore here to help people have sanctuary in a town of redneck idiots and false Christian promiscuity? Like, am I a fucking moron for even trying? And do I want to like subject my family to ridicule from the whole town? Like, can my kids handle that? Can I handle that? It's a very, it's that's a lot of questions. I have to stare into the well of who I am, into the cauldron of Caradwin, so to speak, of what I am and who I am and what I'm fucking made out of. And then I have to decide if it's if the juice is worth the squeeze. I have to fucking decide where I stand. And that is so difficult because it's so difficult because I have a necessity, I have a need, I have a want, a desire, something that connects so deeply into me that I've seen it through a spirit journey somewhere when I was forced to go to a place. Um, and was is that the calling? Like, and am I stupid for following that? And if I fail, will it end me? Or is this just another lesson to put on my fucking belt of lessons I've learned throughout my whole life? Um, I'm scared. I'm scared because God, like, there's one thing to have a target on your back, right? There's another thing to have a target on your back and march into a crowd of people who are willing to take aim at it, right? Like, there's a difference. Fuck. It's a lot, right? Mm. And so many people have come before me and failed. And so their failures are like notably in front of me. And what if I'm just another one? But here's the issue. I won't be. I won't be because I have this horrible, horrible focus, this mania that will take over and like dominate. And like, can I give way to that? Can I give way to that person that I am to allow myself to like just go forth and dominate and like do what it takes to have security and to also give that security to the place I'm kind of stuck in? Is it worth it? Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Is it worth it, like, putting a target on my back, which I've already done before? Here, I don't want to die here. I don't like it here. I've already died in other places. I don't think dying here is exactly on the bucket list of things that I want to do, but yeah, I don't know. It's very annoying, right? Life is very annoying. But I did get some fancy little things today, and the rain has stopped for the time being. My bones aren't as cold as they used to be. So I think I'll go back to cleaning. And then when I'm done cleaning in about like 3 days, when I'm finally done reorganizing my house and cleaning, I'll dive back into this book series that I'm reading. Like for right now, I'm just like skimming other books to keep the reading going because I am like, gosh, guys. And I tell you, I used to work at a bookstore and I would just open books and read and read and read whenever I had a chance. It was like heaven on earth. Like living, I was like living at this bookstore. Sometimes I worked days, nights, I'd open and close. It didn't really fucking matter. Yeah, I would do anything for a bookshop. I'd do anything for books. And that's me. I would do anything. I used to steal books. I used to be a little fucking slimy thief, and I would steal books from the library, and I would steal books from department stores, and I would steal books from bookstores, and I would steal them from music shops. I would steal so many books. It was very easy. All you had to do for purposes was they had like a barcode. So I had a razor blade with me, and I just cut the barcode out because then they wouldn't scan. They wouldn't go wah wah wah. There was like something in the barcode, and I would just cut the barcodes out and I'd hide them in other places. And I'd walk out with a sack full of books, and I would do it again in every lifetime. I would steal books in every lifetime, even if they caught me and killed me. I think that I would the next lifetime be like, I have to go get some more books because that's just the kind of person I am. I have maxed out my credit cards for books. I have done so many stupid things. And if I love them that much, like I have been beaten over books. Like I used to steal witchcraft books all the time and hide them in my room with like book socks over them to hide them, and I'd hide them in other books and put fake coverings over them. And my mom would find them and she would like destroy them and beat me. And I still went out and I stole more books on witchcraft. And so, if that's to say anything about the kind of person I am, it's that I'm a dirty thief. And I'll don't leave a book around me because I'll steal I will steal your books. But number two, if it's number one, it's that this is something that I love enough to put my life in danger for. So then I guess looking back down into that cauldron of like of who I am reflection, then that is me to some extent. That is who I am. And perhaps that was an accurate vision quest I had to go through or whatever. It's hard to explain, but like basically, oh yeah, they're mean. They basically caught me, held me somewhere, and forced me to go on a vision quest for them, and it revealed a lot to me. But yeah, knowledge is important. It is important. It's the only way we could break our ignorance is through asking questions and reading and asking other people how they live and how they think. But if everybody around you thinks the same way, we have a fundamental fucking problem. If they all think the same way and you're getting the same NPC fucking conversation, then you have been trapped. It's like a fucking horrible trap. And what better way to break a trap than to learn about it and to offer a way out, a helping hand up, anything, whether it's fiction or witchcraft or biographies or fantasies or whatever, it doesn't matter. Nonfiction, history, it doesn't matter. I just want to be that person. I want to be that person. I want to be that little book thief turned helper or something. I don't know. Because she's still there in me. She's like screaming in me. And so I have to figure out a way to satiate that person that I am on the inside. And going to the town way over and buying books, like, yeah, books are expensive. No shit, I was stealing them. Like, I spent over $50. So, yeah, no fucking shit, I was stealing them. But yeah. Anyways, I'm going to go. Those are my non negotiable. Something about books. I hope you have a great day and stay safe. And don't get caught stealing. Don't get caught stealing. Don't steal. Don't steal. Learn from me. Journal. Don't steal journals either. Okay, goodbye.